Most trailer problems don't start on the road. They start at the buying decision before the trailer ever gets hooked up. We're Liberty Trailers, and we've been making commercial-grade trailers in America since 1998. We've watched a lot of buyers get this decision wrong, not because they made a bad choice, but because nobody walked them through the questions that actually matter. This is a guide we wish every buyer watched first. In the next few minutes, we'll cover GVWR and payload, matching your trailer to what you actually drive, bumper pull versus gooseneck, financing, warranty, and how to buy through a dealer. If you would rather read through this at your own pace, the full written guide is in the description. Let's get into it. What does GVWR actually mean? GVWR is gross vehicle weight rating. It's the maximum total weight the trailer is built to carry. Trailer plus cargo combined. It's not the same as payload. Payload is what's left over once you subtract the trailer's own empty weight from the GVWR. That's the number that actually tells you how much you can load. One quick note, GVWR is not exactly the same as the number in the model name. Whenever a trailer says 10K, it may have an actual GVWR of 9,990 technically, and that's the number that actually matters. Always check the tag, not the label. This is important because overloading isn't just a fine, it's a stability and braking problem at highway speed. An overloaded trailer sways more, stops slower, and puts more stress on the axles and frame than it's built for. None of that shows up until you're already on the road. There is a second number worth knowing alongside GVWR, which is tongue weight or pin weight on a gooseneck. That's how much downward force the trailer is putting on the hitch, and it needs to be within what your tow vehicle's hitch is rated for too, not just the trailer's total weight. A trailer's actual GVWR should be published online. Know those numbers and do the math before you load anything. So how do you match a trailer to your tow vehicle? The trailer's GVWR only tells half the story. The other half is what your tow vehicle can actually handle, and that's where we see a lot of mistakes. 3 numbers matter here, not 1. Your tow vehicle's maximum tow number is usually the headline number, but it's usually measured with a light truck, no passengers, no cargo, and a bare hitch. Your tow vehicle's payload capacity is separate. That's what your truck itself can carry, including hitch weight, before you hook anything up. And GCWR, gross combined weight rating, counts the total weight of the truck, the trailer, and everything loaded onto it combined. So add up your loaded trailer weight, your passengers, your gear, and your tongue or pen weight, and check that total against all 3 numbers, not just the tow rating on the sticker. If any one of those numbers gets tight, that's your ceiling, not the largest number. Build-in margin. A trailer that's technically within your limits, with nothing to spare, doesn't leave much room for a heavier load next season, a full tank, or 4 passengers that you didn't plan on. So here's a practical way to run the math. Take your tow vehicle's payload capacity, subtract your hitch or gooseneck ball weight, then subtract your passengers and gear. What's left is real capacity, not sticker capacity. Do that before you fall in love with a trailer, not after. Bumper pull versus gooseneck. Which is right for you. This comes down to how the trailer connects to the tow vehicle, and it changes how the whole rig behaves. A bumper pull trailer couples at the rear bumper or frame of your tow vehicle. It's simpler to hook up, works with a wider range of vehicles, and it's a more common setup with lighter weight trailers. The gooseneck couples over the rear axle of the tow vehicle with the ball in the bed of the truck. That forward pivot point puts much more of the weight of the trailer directly over the truck's axle, which means better weight distribution, more stability, and noticeably tighter turning and backing control. The trade-off is simple. Gooseneck needs a truck bed and a mounted hitch, and it's the setup you'll see more often as GVWR climbs. If you're hauling heavier loads regularly, or you back the trailer into tight spots often, a gooseneck will earn its keep. If you need flexibility across vehicles, bumper pull is usually the best option. So think about it in terms of your actual need, not your best case use. If you're moving equipment to job sites daily, backing into the same tight gate every time, that gooseneck stability and turning radius pays for itself fast. If you're borrowing the trailer for occasional weekend hauls with different vehicles, the bumper pull will keep you flexible. Most of our heavier duty families offer both configurations. So it's not an either or across the whole lineup. It's a choice within the model you need. How does financing a trailer work? Financing a trailer works a lot like financing any major equipment purchase. A lender will evaluate your credit and your loan amount, set the terms, and you pay it down over time. What varies are the specifics: term length, rate, and down payment requirements. Those differ by lender and your situation. We don't quote loan terms here because that's not something we control. It's set between you and your lender. It's often arranged directly through the dealer. What we tell you to walk in with is to know your budget. Ask your dealer directly what financing programs they have to offer before you fall in love with a specific trailer. So what's actually covered under a Liberty warranty? Every Liberty trailer carries the 3-year structural warranty, plus 2 years of coverage on materials and workmanship. Wear items, so things like tires and lighting, wear down over time, so they'll have shorter coverage. To be clear, this is not a marketing number. That's a statement about how these trailers are built. Register your warranty soon after you buy. It's quick, and it's what puts you in our system so we can take care of you faster if you ever need us. What are the items you should check on any trailer before you buy? So whatever brand you end up looking at, ask whether the tires are radius or bias fly. Radial tires run cooler, wear slower, and handle better at highway speed. Bias fly is cheaper to build and is still standard on plenty of budget tier trailers. Every Liberty trailer rolls out on radial tires standard across the entire lineup. Ask if the wiring harness is sealed. Failing wires is one of the most common complaints that trailer users report after a few seasons of use. Every Liberty trailer carries an industrial-grade sealed wiring harness standard. And ask what's actually covered beyond the frames and for how long. Plenty of warranties in this industry are very limited. Be sure to check the fine print for exclusions on our warranty and everyone else's, and feel free to compare. None of that is about knocking anyone else's trailers. It's about knowing what to ask, because the answers tell you a lot about how these trailers are made. Now you may be wondering, where do you buy a Liberty trailer? We don't sell direct. Every Liberty trailer goes through an authorized dealer because a local dealer can put hands on the actual trailer, walk you through the spec plate in person, and be there after the sale for warranty support and any of your additional needs. That local relationship matters more than you think it would. And that's the trade-off for not being able to buy straight from us, and we think it's worth it. Find your nearest authorized dealer at the link below. That's where financing gets finalized, where you'll see the current inventory, and where every question gets answered with the actual trailer in front of you. So, recap and next steps. Here's what you need to walk away with. Know your actual GVWR and payload, not the marketing number. Match your trailer to your tow vehicle's real numbers. Choose bumper pull or gooseneck based on how you'll actually use the trailer. Ask your dealer about financing directly. Know what your warranty covers and register it. Check the tires, the wiring, and the fine print on any warranty before you commit. And start a relationship with an authorized dealer who will be there for you after the sale. If you already know what trailer type you want, check our YouTube channel because we probably also have a buyer's guide that will tell you specific things to look for those models. That's going to help you make the best comparison in the end and be confident in your decision. So the links are below. And when you're ready, find your nearest Liberty dealer at libertytrailers.com/find-a-dealer.